Devon.
Bonjour, Elliot.
Bonsoir, messieurs. Comment vas-tu?
Très, très bien.
Moi aussi. Pourquoi?
Because we're reacting to Tom Leeb.
Tom Leeb, not Leeb. His song is The Best in Me.
Babe.
We're gonna find out what
Babe.
the best in him is. Now, I've got to be honest, I heard the studio cut when it dropped on Spotify, but I haven't watched the video of him singing at the Eiffel Tower.
I've got to be honest, I'm ready.
You're ready. In any case, should we talk about it?
Let's do this!
All right, here we go. Now, before we start, we should just point out this song has a power-packed team behind it. Thomas Gayson.
Jean Lundvik.
Peter Bostrom.
Yeah, oh God, yes.
Yeah, so
that's
Peter
true.
and Thomas obviously wrote Euphoria, like the biggest Eurovision hit of all time. But between them, they've also done tons of other songs.
And
Tom
Leeb wrote the lyrics in French, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and Jean Lundvik did the English. Yeah.
And John Lundvik, of course, sang for Sweden last year, Eurovision.
Bigger than us.
Yes.
Right?
Well, that was Michael Rice, but that was a John Lundvik song. Which, yeah. Let's just say John Lundvik's song in Sweden was better than his song in the UK. In any case, we're hitting play. Smoldering eyes. Oh my god. The Eiffel Tower looks amazing.
Stunning.
Okay, he must have vertigo up there. That's crazy. This is like a movie.
It's so cinematic.
Oh, that is eye contact. Tutoir. I almost forget that he's singing because there is such presence.
There's a transition! I knew that anyway, but it was so seamless.
This improves significantly live and with the Eiffel Tower. Beautiful live.
Oh, babe.
He can sing.
Talk to me.
He can sing.
Breathy.
Oh, the eye contact. Hello. Hello.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I can tell. You're squirting pheromones. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, Tom.
It's like he's singing at you, right?
Sing it to me, sister.
Oh, he is. I have to be honest, I'm not even paying attention to the music because I'm so taken by the scenography.
It's beautiful.
You are. The Eiffel Tower. Gustav Eiffel.
Do you know what I like about this? Best in me. It's so internal. Everything comes from within.
He could be singing to a burrito. To a taco. To a creme brulee.
Birth that love.
The Eiffel Tower looks amazing.
Girl, you said that. Bring another point to this.
No, but that is what I'm seeing. That's what I'm taking away.
I like when he does this.
Very expressive.
Very emotional.
Very expressive. He seems to identify with the song.
Oh, that key change.
Oh, those lights.
In
Oh
keeping
my
with
God.
traditional Eurovision spanning 6.5 decades.
City of Lights.
City of Love.
Oh, romance. Girl, let's go to Place des Vosges and listen to The Best in Me.
Girl, I'm ready to move in.
Into what? He's more expressive than I thought he would be. Isn't he? Oh. Oh my goodness. The eye contact.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Amen to that. Charge this up,
Oh my
sister.
god. Red, white, and blue.
Let me start. Well, pros and cons to this. First of all, you ditch Destination Eurovision, one of the best selection methods for Eurovision, for a closed door act, and for this song. Okay, I can see why people will take issue with that.
Je préfère porte ouverte.
However, this is beautiful. And you know what? There are people who are still committed to love and who are still committed to the sort of, committed to the cliche of love. And if that's what you're serving it beautifully. And I'm lapping this up. This video dropped on the 16th of February, Valentine week. Shot in the city of love in Paris, singing a love ballad. I love it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, I want to break down what you're loving in a second. So, I gotta say, the studio cut of this does absolutely nothing for me.
It does everything for me. I actually really like the studio cut.
You have had your piece. Yes, the studio cut does nothing for me. I find it cliche, really beige, just like very beige. However, he is a very compelling live performer, actually. And when he sings that, you do get the sense he means what he's singing. Like, he told Esma Janssen, a wiwiblogger in Paris, at the reveal, that he was singing about a past love, it didn't work out, but that person, was the best in him. It's very pained and tortured. It is schmaltzy, it is cheesy, but a lot of people like that. Like, Eurovision is not just us slay queens. Do you know what I mean? It is lots of different types of viewers.
But also, slay queens have different mood settings.
Yeah,
true. I'm not always high energy. Sometimes I just need a man to look into my eyes and sing to me. And you know
that's
what?
you on a 100D.
This video
tickles see him on a Mercury. Woo, girl.
How about a Sama Diana Dumont? But seriously speaking,
I wasn't done talking, though.
Girl, you know what? Beige done by Balenciaga.
That's true. Burberry beige is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
But listen, this on the Eiffel Tower, the scenography here, the live performance is totally different. That does draw you in, mainly because of him, his eyes, his presence, and of course the beautiful setting. Stern.
And his breathy vocals.
Yes.
You can't take that out.
Stern, firm, and lit. And that's just the Eiffel Tower, okay? I hope they can, well actually, I don't know. If they did this kind of staging at Rotterdam, the stage is very vast. You could give the sense of falling off a precipice, of falling off a cliff, through the technology, through the LED. Maybe that's what they're aiming for. Of course, Alma did this in 2017. She already had the Eiffel Tower with her on stage, so maybe this is completely unrelated. What I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is staging will make or break this, because on its own, I think the studio cut sounds like a song the Big Five would send and come bottom five with, but they have a vision very clearly that changes the package entirely, because this is about the performance, not just about the studio cut. So that gives me hope, actually. I'm very curious to see what they will do. My question to you is this.
You're talking a lot. So Alma brought this in 2017, right? So
the
what?
staging.
Yeah.
No,
So
the Eiffel Tower.
So what? You can't revisit concepts. How many shines have we had? How many Sophias have we had from Georgia? You can't then just close the door and say, okay, because this person has come in. And this is really beautiful. This is really compelling. It's committed to love. It's committed to the love story. It's touching, and it has a visual identity. He's all alone in the danger zone. Like, goodness, how many feet up in the air? But, he's still connected to...
living on the edge, closer to the crime, crossing the line
one step at a time.
Very Tolmachevi sisters. Look, the fact that they spent so much effort and time on this reveal for this visual, to me suggests that they have something up their sleeve. Because why would you invest all that money, all that time, all the effort to get the Eiffel Tower to illuminate and start flashing at the time you hit a big note in your song, unless you had big plans for Rotterdam? You know what I'm saying?
Of all the songs I've been listening to in my sort of Eurovision fandom years, this is one of the best and the most seamless transitions from one language to another. I didn't even notice when he had gone into English.
The best part of the song is the French bit.
Oh, you are. Tell me I am. Because I am.
It's curious that he's, using English. The Minister of Culture today said that he choked, or that, he said that the English language parts made him break his ears. I think that's being a bit OTT, because I do agree that it feels somewhat organic. What do you think about this? A lot of people have been complaining on social media about importing a song from Swedish songwriters. How do you feel about that? I mean, France obviously has a strong tradition of its own songwriters. It's got a big music scene. How does that sit with you?
I think people need to adapt to change. Ultimately songwriters need to eat. And, they need to broaden their markets, Why should songwriters be restricted?
Well, French songwriters need to eat as well.
Well, then you know what? Bring Andorra back. I'm sorry. It's a good thing. It's an open market. You pitch your song. as I'm sure other French people have in this closed door scenario, and they picked Thomas Giessen and they picked Jean Lundvik, and these are really credible people.
I think Tom is very credible, actually. This has really changed my opinion. Well, I was never down on him, to be honest, but this has given me a greater sense of who he is as a performer. And again, he's very, very emotive. We're never gonna get, you know, an baby. This is not that type of performer. This is a singer-songwriter, and I think he's chosen something that works for him and is within his range. And yeah, I'm just hoping for good staging, because it's gonna make it or break it. Because I think with bare staging, this will die. With great staging, this will exceed people's expectations.
And you know, when France is committed to this whole French thing with Chacun pense en soi and songs like that, how well did it do? You know, sometimes, you know, in trying to find the route to success, you have to dabble. You have to try different things. You have to try new ideas. And yeah, I applaud them for doing this. I think it's actually quite brave, even though the outcome is somewhat expected.
I think they spent their entire budget from Destination Eurovision 2019 on this video and live performance. Think about the insurance you would need, you know, the camera work you would need. For someone to sing on the ledge of the Eiffel Tower, that is no easy task.
This video will be up there for a very, very long time.
It's got 500,000 views already.
And it's not even the official music video.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
It's on France 2
it's
Facebook?
It's just the song reveal.
In any case, that's what
You are the best in me. You're making it all complete. You are. And we've only heard it once.
No, I've heard it twice. 'Cause I did hear the studio cut.
Girl.
But
you gotta do a little extra.
yeah. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Do you think that this is going to be one of France's best finishes ever? Do you think it hinges on staging? Do you think it's a disaster? Be honest and let us know in the comments down below.
You know, I can actually visualize Tom Leeb on a bed, clutching a rose with a thorn, then thinking,
oh, well, actually,
staging.
as we mentioned in our earlier video, he does have a video on his YouTube channel about an orgasm in which he basically does that minus the rose.
You know what? I am so ready.
He needs to go.
Follow us on multiple social media platforms as we journey to Rotterdam.
Yeah, we can't wait to meet Tom Leeb, and we can't wait to see all of you in Rotterdam. See you later.
Bye!